What is happening, everybody? How are things going on this exceptionally hot Saturday? We've got an absolute banger of a game here today. Just busy sorting out a couple of things on the stream, and I will be with you guys shortly. So, I see Junior Paul is saying Arsenal 2-1 to Tottenham. That is what we have on the stream as well. So as you can see down the side over here, we do have the stats for this game brought to you by predictheroes.com. We are sitting here with a home win coming in at 70%, a draw at 16%, and a away win at 14%. Over 2.5 goals at 78%, both teams to score at 66%, and the expected scoreline for this game comes in at a 2-1 in favour of Arsenal. So it should be a banger. Arsenal's gotten off to a nice fast start. Xhaka almost puts them ahead, or Martinelli almost puts them ahead. Keeper makes a great save down at his near post. Arsenal asking for a corner. And it looks like it just hit the post and went out, so that should be a goal kick. But fantastic start here by Arsenal. Spurs seem a little bit on the slow side, so. But drop your expectations in the chat. What do you guys think the score is going to end up on? What do you guys think this game is going to end up being? You think Xhaka is going to get an early or a late card? Because we all know that he's going to get a card regardless of the time. So should just be an absolute banger of a game. Let's all just sit back and enjoy. And if I do see any in-plays as we're going, I will obviously shout them out and let you guys know. If there's any in-play bets that I see that you guys could potentially have a look at. This Xhaka being pushed further up the pitch is quite a bit of a marvel. The man's been pretty incredible, almost a changed player since he's been pushed slightly higher up the pitch. So yeah, it's quite impressive to see. I mean, he's the highest player up on the pitch there for Arsenal, almost trying to get on the end of a pretty decent cross, if we can be honest. So I think one of the, if I had to call an early in-play of anything, I would definitely say keep an eye on the battle between Martinelli and Emerson Royale. I think if anything is going to go wrong, Emerson Royale to pick up a card in this game, because I think I find Emerson Royale to be a little bit static in the way that he plays, and I find obviously Martinelli very quick, side to side, inside outside. The man's all over the pitch, so I think just keep an eye on that Emerson Royale card. I think that's going to be the best bet for this game so far. Dyer getting a little boot in the face there. from Jesus. It's a really decent start by Arsenal, I must say. I mean, just having a look on the stats a little bit, 79%, 21% to Tottenham. Obviously no cards yet, game has literally just started. But so far so good for Arsenal, looking pretty decent. Spurs having a little bit of a slow start. I still don't understand this. Okay, somebody please in the chat, somebody please help me understand this, right? So there was a goal kick now for Arsenal, and this is not the first time I've seen it. There's a goal kick for Arsenal, and Gabriel takes the ball, puts it down. Instead of Ramsdale taking it, he passes the ball to Ramsdale. Ramsdale takes 2 steps and boots the ball halfway up the pitch. Why doesn't he just boot the ball halfway up the pitch himself, straight from the actual goal kick itself? Something I never ever understand. If you guys know, pop it in the channel, pop it in the chat. But so far you can see over here on the stats rolling on the left hand side over here, Arsenal definitely in the ascendancy in this game. So far panning out to be a decent game. Spurs playing direct route football, route 1 straight through the center, looking for the Son run over the top. Looks like that's going to be the story of the day. Arsenal dominating possession, Spurs sitting very, very deep, and just playing that one route football over the top and trying to find Son on the end of it. Kane's obviously going to drop a bit deeper, try and get himself on the ball. He's got an excellent rate of passing, brilliant range. But it's pretty comfortable for Arsenal right now. No pressure. And Zinchenko almost playing as a second CDM next to Partey in the middle of the park there. Arsenal flipping almost to a back 3 on attack. Kane taking a great ball down on his chest, but just cannot keep hold of it. There's no options, unfortunately, with him due to the deep lie. Oof. Martinelli almost getting around Emerson Royale. Emerson Royale does well, manages to shield him away from the ball and manages to come away with it. So far, this is looking like a decent game. Not too many heavy tackles going in just yet, but just takes one. And as soon as there's one, the cards are going to start flowing. So just keep an eye out on that. Thank you, Cats Creations, for the rose. Much appreciated, as always. So, is there any Arsenal supporters or Spurs fans in the chat? Let me know what you guys think the score is going to be. This game really does look like it's going to be an absolute banger of a game. Jesus doing well, keeping the ball up in play. Arsenal really putting Spurs under that. Oh, Odegaard tries to flick it around, but Emerson Royale's well positioned to clear it out. But Spurs are sitting so deep, it's absolute madness, to be honest. Odegaard attempts the fancy flick, but unfortunately can't do much with it. Richarlison doing well to hold the ball up. Beats Royale. A little bit of a break on here, a bit of a 4-on-3. But Arsenal do well to come back and get the ball. But Anthony Taylor gives away a free kick. I think that's a bit soft. Personally, I think that was a little bit soft. But Kane doing pretty well, shielding the ball up. 2 men on him, take him out. And that was Xhaka on Kane, obviously coming back from the top of the field. So decent little breakout there from Spurs, but we can see that's the game plan. Sit deep, try and get the ball, and then break away with Son leading the attack today. Richarlison and obviously Kane there to hold up and link up the play. So, and Arsenal obviously looking to hold possession, try and fancy flicks around the box. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think a nice early goal would set this game up really, really well. It will open up the game beautifully for some fantastic football this afternoon, should I say. Well, depending on where you are around the world, I suppose. It's a great chance. He has a great chance, and what a save. What an absolutely beautiful save there by Ramsdale. Richarlison came first with the flick on from the free kick, and Richarlison just reaching and cannot get enough power on the shot. And Ramsdale, though, with a fantastic save down to his right-hand side. It was brilliant, brilliant play there. And almost led to the opening goal. But Arsenal have their tails up now on the edge of the box, moving the ball side to side, side to side. Saka on the ball, Odegaard obviously linking all the play. Odegaard with the shot, and it's an easy save for Lloris. So decent start to the game, and Saliba actually kept them all on. Sorry, Ben White actually kept them all on. So if that goal had gone in, it would have stood from the naked eye over here. But so far we can see down the left-hand side a little bit of stats. We do have Arsenal obviously with the passes, and Kane with the gets the shot away, but he is offside. So just having a look down the side, we do have the shots on goals, the fouls. We can see that Arsenal already up in the foul department, 4 fouls to 1. That is what the counter-attack will always get you. So I can see a couple of cards coming in this game already with Arsenal, with a couple of the chopping attacks and tackles that they're putting in on the Spurs players on the counter. So all it needs is 1 card, and then the floodgates will open. Richarlison was blocked off there a little bit. Referee could have potentially taken it back. Pulled that back, but end-to-end football this, guys. End-to-end football. Ben White on the ball, lines up the shot and throws it straight over the top of the bar. Yeah, Naz, I think you're right. I think there should be a goal in the first half. I mean, Richarlison probably should have finished that. He should have just gone with his left foot, to be honest. Put it back across the keeper. I think it would have been tight for a VAR call, but I think he was onside. So I think, oof. Xhaka with an absolute banger attempt from about 30 yards out, and it just shakes Lloris's post on its way out. Fantastic effort that. Right across the keeper. Nice power. Lloris probably had it covered. But really decent strike. I think you're right, Anaz. I think there'll definitely be a goal in the first half. Thank you, Nurban, for the likes on the stream. If you guys are in the chat, do me a favor, please, and just throw some likes on the stream. Whether you are with us on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, wherever you guys are through, please just drop some likes on the stream. It really does help us out. That's all we can really ask for. And yeah, so which team has been better? So I think Arsenal have definitely been in the ascendancy. However, Spurs' tactic is very well known here. They're literally sitting exceptionally deep, almost on the actual box itself, inviting pressure from Arsenal, inviting Arsenal to commit players, and that's what Arsenal have been doing. They've been committing players. Ben White and Zinchenko are pushing forward, and I need to just keep an eye out as to what's going on, because I'm not sure if they're both pushing forward together, or if one pushes, the other one stays back to at least cover for a back three. But basically Tottenham are just playing on the counter-attack, route one football. Kane is there to hold the ball up. Son is making the run past Kane, and then obviously they're looking for each other like that. So I definitely see a goal here. Richarlison probably should have finished, but Arsenal have definitely had a couple of chances on their own. So yeah, I think we just need a goal here. Nice early goal, just to open this game up. But so far so good. I think it looks pretty decent. Warren, but scared about it's over 2.5. Yeah, look, it's thing is, it's a derby game, and I must admit, both these teams, watching over here, both of these teams are not sitting back. Both of them are trying to attack. Both of them are pushing for the goals. So I think over 2.5 is still a really, really good shout, especially the way they were playing. If either team was being tentative, or they were basically just, playing to sit, Partey with an absolute banger of a goal. My God, what a goal. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And there we go. That is the goal that we were looking for. Absolute banger. My God. Top bin. Absolute top bin. You got to love it. This is why we love football. This is why we love football. And you know what it is? It's because Tottenham was sitting too far back on their post, on their line, inviting that. And Partey just comes in and swings the ball into the top right corner. Fantastic goal there. And that's on Tottenham's defense. No one closed him down. He literally, watching here, he's got probably about 10 meters of open space in front of him, because they're sitting so deep. And he just bends one first time into the top left corner. Fantastic goal. Absolutely fantastic goal. So there we go. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. And yeah, I think over 2.5 is probably definitely on. It's all going to be about now how Arsenal play. If Arsenal continue playing the way they will, we're definitely going to have a lot of goals in this game. And yeah, let's just keep it going. But brilliant goal, that. Fantastic goal by Thomas Partey. So it's 20 minutes gone, and 1-0 Arsenal. And Arteta's still doing his swan song dancing on the side there. And let's just see how the next 5 minutes go. Let's see if Spurs actually step up a little bit more. But we definitely needed that early goal just to set the tone for the rest of the game. Because now Spurs are chasing. They can't sit and hit on the counter. It's impossible for them, which means they need to change their entire game plan. And it's very scrappy football at the moment. Eventually, Arsenal managed to clear. Fantastic goal though, that. My goodness, absolutely beautiful. Could have been easily, could be 1-1 already. Obviously, Richarlison with the attempt, he should have gone with his left foot, unfortunately. Puts it straight into Ramsdale. But Ramsdale with a brilliant save, actually. It was a good save down to his right-hand side. It's been a good game so far. I'm glad club football's back. Let me tell you guys something. Yes. Saka doing well, keeps going. Saka gets taken out to the edge of the box there. That should be a foul. Referee doesn't give it. That should have been a foul on Saka there, right on the edge of the box. Yeah. So one there missed by Anthony Taylor. But we move. A little bit of a break on here for Spurs. Not too many players committed. And ball gets flashed across the box by Emerson Royale. But Harry Kane is chilling on the halfway line. So nobody is in the box to tap it in. Last time Anthony Taylor and Conte came head to head, we know what happened over there. So, and we know old Arteta is very passionate in the way that he does things. So I'm sure there's going to be words between the two of them. I can't foresee that not being the case. Richarlison doing really well to hold the ball up and feed through Son, and Ramsdale is quick off his line. But great play there by Richarlison. Exactly why they went and got him. Brilliant hold-up play and pushes it wide. Hey Zane, how's things going? You all good? Yeah, Shadow, Premier League is back today, my guy. I hope you did your fantasy team, if you play fantasy. I hope you did your fantasy team. So, but yeah, Prem is back. Thank goodness. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. You know, the Manchester derby. But this is a lovely game. This North London derby always throws up a couple of surprises, and we've already had an absolute banger of a goal into the top left bin. If you guys are here, please do us a favor and just drop some likes on the stream. It really does help us out a lot. Partey almost wanting to go for another, but this time Højbjerg is a little bit more clever and manages to close him down. But again, Spurs are inviting the shot at the edge of the box. They're sitting too deep. They need to be at least 2 meters further higher up the pitch. They need to keep Arsenal away from their box, but they're inviting them in. So not good football to play like that. Still a fantastic goal. My goodness, it's beautiful. What do you guys think of the game so far? Are you enjoying it? It's been a really decent watch so far, I must admit. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, Liverpool Brighton. What time is that game on? That's on this afternoon, yeah, 4 p.m. Liverpool Brighton. So I'm a little bit worried about Brighton now with Potter gone. I think Potter held Brighton together by the skin of his teeth. He's a fantastic manager, but I think he's a huge loss for them. Absolutely massive. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're playing now. Obviously, they got a really good manager in, really good, and I think he's going to do really well with them. But I think I see a Liverpool win today, and I'm hoping for a Salah masterclass. To be honest with you, because I did captain him in fantasy, so I need the man to do something. And for those of you in South Africa, we're all suffering with load shedding. I am dying of the heat right now because I can't put my fan on because I got load shedding at the moment. So yeah, and I work from home, so I've got a inverter in my office that at least just runs my PCs and all of that, but I can't run my fan and those sorts of things. So I am dying of the heat right now. It is blazing hot. Okay, we do have a bit of a break on here, and Perisic sends it into, I don't know, row double Z. I don't think row Z is low enough. Fantastic width though by him. Stayed on side. Ben White shadowed him in a little bit. I think Ben White should have stepped across maybe at least another meter just to shadow him out or push him a bit wider, but in the end doesn't get punished. And yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if United do beat City. I'd obviously be ecstatic. I mean, I'm a rather large Man United fan, so I'd be ecstatic if United do beat City. But I think it's going to be a really good game because I think there's going to be a lot of battles around the pitch with Son with a fantastic run, but he pushes Richarlison too wide. Can Richarlison go recover? Oh, and Ramsdale gets a fingertip on it. Richarlison, is that a penalty? That is a penalty, boys. That is a penalty to Spurs. Gabriel with the absolutely needless challenge. I mean, that was ridiculous. And Richarlison's foot just gets wiped out. Does brilliantly in the box, but that is definitely 100% plum pen. Richarlison doing brilliantly. I seriously don't know why Gabriel dove in. That was unnecessary. But penalty for Spurs, and I'm sure that will be Harry Kane to step up and most likely pack that away. But yeah, so 1-0 to Arsenal. However, Spurs have just gotten a penalty. There's obviously going to be the stupid VAR check, but that's 100% pen. There's no ways they'll overrule that. Gabriel just needlessly going to the floor, and it is Kane up against Ramsdale. So let's see how this goes. Kane obviously solid as a rock on the penalty spot. No jinx, touch wood. I didn't mean to jinx it. Okay, please score. We need the goals. We're going for the over 2.5 here. 1-0 already to Arsenal. Both teams to score coming in now as well if he packs it away. Done after 30 minutes at 66%. Come on, boys. We're after this. We're after this. And Kane straight down the middle makes it 1-1. Both teams to score comes in. We had it at 66%, over 2.5. Well and truly on 78%. It is 1-1. Arsenal 1, Spurs 1. Harry Kane with the penalty after a foul on Richarlison. Needless foul on Richarlison by Gabriel. Silly tackle. And Harry Kane makes no mistake and puts it straight down the centre. And Ramsdale is helpless. So it's 1-1. Arsenal, Spurs, fantastic game so far. Yeah, it's a reckless penalty. Completely reckless penalty. But we love it. Because we're after goals, yeah. We're after those over 2.5. One more goal comes in and we hit the over 2.5. Already landed the both teams to score that we had at 66. And the over 2.5 at 78%. Prince, thank you so much for the follow over on TikTok. I really do appreciate you. And guys, if you are roaming the streets of TikTok and you are watching over here, I would recommend just turning your phone sideways. It will obviously be a lot easier to see. We've obviously got all of the dynamic overlays and things like that. So it's far more interactive this way. So turn your phone sideways, drop a like on the stream, and a follow if you don't follow. For all your daily football prediction needs, we are here, predict-heroes.com. Free website for all your football predictions. Spurs to win 3-1. Interesting. I think Arsenal still have a goal in them, and I think Spurs still have a goal in them. I think this could be one of those games that maybe end up on a 3-2. I don't think Spurs are going to be able to defend and not let in another goal, especially how they're sitting so deep in defense. I think both teams actually still have a goal or whatnot in them. Good pressure there by Spurs. Arsenal doing well, and then the ball gets hooped out. That was really good pressure there by Spurs. Managed to force the ball back and manages to get the long ball played out, and they get the possession. So much better from Spurs. After the first 10 minutes, they were horrific. Absolutely horrific. If we just go through a couple of the little stats, obviously Arsenal still roaming over here with the ball possession at 64% versus the 36 from Spurs. But Spurs are definitely back in this game. Goalie saves, Ramsdale with 1, Lloris with 2. Passes obviously in ascendance for Arsenal. What's going on, Derelict boy? How's things going? Is it the Richie boy? There we go. My bad. What's going on, dude? I see old Henry in the crowd. Probably asking if he can go and grab with his boots. Yeah, 3-2. I think I tend to agree with that. I think both teams have a goal in them, and I think this game might end in a 3-2. I don't know which way yet, but so far so good. Corner by Spurs. Oh my goodness, ball almost literally went straight in from the corner. Ramsdale doing extremely well there. I actually thought he was beat, to be honest, but really good save there by Ramsdale. Like really good save, because he had Ramiro right on his toes, which is like literally a head taller than him, and he still manages to see what's going on and pushes the ball wide. Let me know in the comments where you guys are from. Just post your country flags in the comments. It's always interesting to see. I'm from South Africa, Pretoria to be exact. It is hot, guys, like 32 degrees hot. I know we've got a lot of guys from Ghana and Nigeria that follow us, and that's a different type of heat. I've been to Ghana about 4 or 5 times. There's a bit of a push in the back by Perisic. I've been to Ghana 4 or 5 times, and that is hot. That is hot. Yeah, no, you can't not have an aircon in Ghana. It's mad heat. Nigeria I haven't been to. Almost went a couple of times, but that was needlessly kept in by Zinchenko, and the ball gets flashed across the post, but good clearance there by Kane. So yeah, Dorichi boy, where in Ghana are you from? The places I've been to out there, obviously I've been to Accra. I used to stay at Labadi Beach Hotel there on the beachfront. Beautiful, beautiful hotel, and beautiful people as well, really. Always loved going there. And then I've also been out to a place called Bourgeois, out sort of closer to the other border side, a couple of hours away from Accra. And then there was another place, I can't remember. Started with an E. It was like a student town. I can't remember which one it was. I've also been through there as well. But lovely people, I must say. You guys take the cake with the heat, though. That's for sure. It's like you guys live literally on the equator. You're in Bono region. I don't think myself I've ever been there, but yeah, I mainly sort of stayed Accra. Great save there by Lloris, pushing the ball out from a corner as well. But yeah, I've been to Accra, Bourgeois, and that should be the first card for Odegaard. But Richarlison pushes Perisic wide, and I think Perisic might be offside. But Kane going in, and unfortunately gets a shot on target, but that's about where it ends. But that should have been a yellow card for Odegaard, pulling Son's shirt back over there. I'm not sure if the referee, but Perisic would have been offside anyway if the goal had gone in. Shadow, do you think that Liverpool will find form? Definitely. I mean, I think I don't think they can't not find form. But yeah, I think maybe with the break now that they've just had, maybe we'll see a different Liverpool today. But yeah, let's see what happens. I don't think they can not. The first game that they played against Fulham, I hosted a live watch-along like this, and I said then that Liverpool's problem, what I didn't see in Liverpool's team was a progressive passer in the midfield. There's too many sideways passes in that midfield. There's not a creative spark happening in that midfield, and that for me is what Liverpool are lacking. For many years, with Firmino playing as that sort of pivot with the two wingers pushing on in front of him, he was that creative spark in that sort of midfield role, you know, linking up the play. But now they're playing with Henderson, Thiago, you know, Milner. These guys aren't progressive passes. They're great players, but they're sideways passes. They're not direct, and I think that's what Liverpool are lacking at the moment. But I trust in them and Klopp obviously to find them form. It's still a fantastic team. Yeah, I am from Pretoria in South Africa. It's in Gauteng, close to Joburg, in case you aren't from this side. And not sure how much you know about SA, but yeah. So I'm on the in the capital actually. Yeah, I grew up here. I moved to Joburg for a couple of years. Didn't really like it. Ended up coming back this side and thoroughly enjoying it. And here we go. Here's a little bit of the argy-bargies. Here's a little bit of the argy-bargies that we've been looking for. We need some cards to start being flashed here. We have Gabriel just going straight through the back of Kane and then wanting to pick a fight with everybody. I think he's just upset because he gave away a penalty. So, yeah, I think he's just a bit upset from the penalty. But he's unnecessarily kicking out at Harry Kane there. And could end up in the referee's book if he doesn't stop. I wonder if Odegaard actually got carded for that pullback on Son. That should have 100% been a card. And I see, based on the stats over here, there ain't no card. Bluffmaster, thank you so much for the likes. Much appreciated. Always just helps out with the channel. Just gets a couple of likes going on the channel. Odegaard driving forward. Brilliant player Odegaard is. Saka being very quiet on the left-hand side. Or right-hand side, sorry. I wonder what Saka actually needs. I don't know, maybe if the combination of Saka and Ben White just isn't working. But Saka's been very quiet this season, extremely quiet. And I don't know if it's because he's not getting help and he's isolated. Like right now, he's isolated. Xhaka gives him the ball and Xhaka just ran infield and now Saka's lost the ball. He seems very isolated by himself out there, and Ben White seems too far back. I think that might be why Saka has not performed the way that he did. Titus, thank you so much for the roses. It is much appreciated, man. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, going back to Saka, I think playing Ben White at that left back role is actually to the detriment of him. And I think that's why, you know, the likes of Martinelli have been better, because he's got Zinchenko running and overlapping. Ben White has tried to overlap Saka once and he ended up losing the ball. Half the time he's too far back and the midfielders are running away from Saka. And I honestly think that's the... Ooh, that is horrible. It was a nasty tackle there by Ramiro on the back of Odegaard. Just swept his feet up from underneath him unnecessarily so, and he gets away with it as well. Anthony Taylor being very meek and mild with the cards this afternoon so far. Second half he's just going to go balls to the walls. We can just see it happening, but that could have very easily been a card there for Ramiro. Card should have been given to Odegaard for pulling Son's shirt on the breakaway, and Gabriel as well. Potentially should have gotten one for the tackle Nano on Harry Kane. Jesus doing brilliantly, and the keeper manages to save, but absolutely brilliant play there by Gabriel Jesus. Quick feet, fantastic play. Sure, that was a beautiful run. Unfortunately, just didn't get the finish away. Goes round Emerson, goes round Ramiro, gets the shot away, and the keeper manages to make the save. So we've got 2 minutes to go, basically, until halftime. There has been the penalty incident. There has been the fight with Gabriel incident. I would estimate maybe 2 minutes of extra time. But so far, 1-1. And again, just going through the stats that we had before the game, 70% Arsenal win, 16% draw, and an away win for Spurs at 14%. 78% for an over 2.5, 66% for both teams to score, which has already come off. And Saka just unfortunately couldn't get enough purchase on that. And the expected scoreline that we do have was 2-1. And if you guys do want more stats on this game or many others, just head on over to the website, predict-heroes.com. It is free. It's available for you guys 24/7. You can go and get all of these stats as you want for any game that you guys would like it. And it's there to assist you in making better betting decisions. Not just blindly following, but actually doing your research and using the stats in order to assist you in making better decisions. Son giving the ball away, but I think it's Bentancur who won that ball back really well. Kane playing in Son. Son is quite isolated there. He does have two defenders. Manages to skip away from Saliba. Gives a brilliant ball back in the midfield. Jesus chasing back hard. Does really well. Richarlison. Great tackle there by Jesus. Kane got hacked down there by Gabriel in the box. He didn't ask for anything, but it's just something to keep an eye on. But Jesus doing really well there. Chase back. Managed to stop, I think it was Højbjerg or Bentancur from getting the shot away. And manages to win the foul in Arsenal's territory to relieve some pressure. A great play there by the centre forward. Ben White is a curious case for me. He's a very curious case. I don't think he's a right back at all. I think he's a right back in a back five, but I don't think he's a right back at all. Zinchenko, Martinelli's actually been extremely quiet this whole game. I've barely seen him. Doing extremely well here. Skipping. Cannot come away with the ball. And Harry Kane. Oh, Saliba does extremely well. Brilliant defending there by Saliba. Xhaka with the cross. Gabriel Jesus can't do anything with that. And gives away a foul in the process on Longley. I forgot Longley was here. And that will be half time. That will be half time. So fantastic half so far. I think Arsenal doing pretty decently. Started the game off really well, but Spurs have come back a little bit. Just going through a couple of the stats. Ball possession at 58% in favor of Arsenal. Goalie saves 3-2. Lloris with more saves. We do have Arsenal with the more passes and better and more accurate passes, obviously. In terms of pass accuracy, they're coming in at 88%. Reason obviously that is Spurs playing more long balls, Arsenal keeping it close quarters, so that makes sense. Shots on target 4-3 in favor of Arsenal. Shots off target 4-1. Arsenal coming out with 8 shots, 4 already on target, so that's really great. And then we do also have the blocked shot for Arsenal again as well. So 9 shots for Arsenal versus 4 for Spurs, and it is a 1-1. And we can see shots inside the box. Arsenal taking a couple outside the box, obviously with Spurs sitting deep, they forced to. But one of their goal came from a fantastic curling effort by Thomas Partey. First time shot, curler into Lloris's top left corner. Could do nothing about it. In terms of the fouls, we're looking at 8 fouls to 5. Arsenal with more fouls, like we said, and corner kicks 4-1 over there, and with the offsides 1-2. Okay, so I mean, in the second half, what we are expecting is a couple of cards. There should have been a bunch of cards given out in the first half. Odegaard should have definitely gotten one for the pull on Son's shirt on the breakaway. Anthony Taylor just let it go. As well as potentially Gabriel for the tackle right through the back of Harry Kane, as well as the tackle by Ramiro, which actually went unsighted. Ramiro on Odegaard would have been a card as well if cited. So I think we can definitely expect a couple of yellow cards in the second half. It's going to be interesting to see who. I'll keep an eye out as the half starts. We'll keep checking and see who potentially we can actually give the card. But I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to put back on the halfway time screen, and we will be back with you guys for the second half. Please do stick around, go and grab something to drink, and let's get going here. Right, what we are expecting in the second half is obviously the last goal in order to take it over our 2.5. Definitely both teams still have a goal in them. I think this is going to end at 3-2. I'm just not sure which way yet. Chat to you guys just now.